There are a number of important reasons. I think one is we set an example and we pave the way and we show the younger talented women that if you want it hard enough, it can be achieved. I think being able to set that example is very important to me. It's very, very important to me because I have a daughter who's a millennial. I have nieces who are within that category. And I want to be able to show to them that if you want a terrific career, if you want a challenging and rewarding career, if you want a family, it can be done. It absolutely can be done. It's very hard, and it's going to take someone who's committed and someone who's driven, but it's also so rewarding. It really is. I have to say that I would not have done anything different. I've mentioned this before, having a family and starting a family very early, although it came with its challenges, it made me who I am today. And it really gave me the perspective that I needed to know that I need to focus. And it didn't, sometimes I find that millennials today have so much going on. There's so much extra noise with social media and all the extra things that they have going on that sometimes they lack that attention and focus that perhaps you need to have when you only have so much time in a day to accomplish anything. So I feel that if you're focused, you're able to set goals for yourself. If it's something that you want, go after it. It's absolutely achievable, and it's important that we have women leaders as role models, because what that does is it shows the younger women how it can be done, that it can be done, it could be rewarding, and it's completely achievable. You know, this is a question I get asked a lot, and it's a question that I give a lot of thought to when I answer, and quite frankly, it comes down to working as hard as you can, working as smart as you can, and pushing through and sometimes making sacrifices. And if you do those things, the rewards will be there. And I think that holds true not just in real estate, but quite frankly in any profession. It's also setting goals for yourself and knowing that those goals are achievable. For me, it was knowing very early on that this is the career that I wanted. It was also very important for me to make partner, which I was really happy to be able to make very early in my career. It was also trying to achieve a leadership role, which I've been able to do at my firm. Being the only woman on the executive committee at Olshan has really given me an opportunity to share my thoughts and my ideas, and is also just a great example, I think, for the other women who are coming up in the ranks at the firm, and really gives them an opportunity to see what you can achieve through a lot of hard work, through dedication. And I've always said this, if you give it 110%, you will get back multiples of it. There are a lot of challenges I think young professionals face today when they're first starting out in their career, and I think one of the most important things that they can do is really find a good mentor. And sometimes I even call it a good rabbi, and by that I mean not someone who's just willing to mentor you, but someone who's also willing to go to bat for you. In order for you to find that person, that means you need to do the same. And by that I mean you need to be able to show up every day, and you need to show up every day without a sense of entitlement, but with an idea that you have to roll up your sleeves and you have to start at some point, and often that point is at the bottom. But if you're able and willing to communicate with the people that you're working with, whether it's partners at a law firm or clients that you're working with, and communicate, really what are some of the issues that you're dealing with. And I think if the mentor sees or the client sees that those are valid issues and valid concerns, and that you're willing to work through those issues and concerns, a true mentor will help you get through it. And again, when I started the Women's Committee at Olshan, one of the things I was really trying to accomplish is to really help younger women realize sooner in their careers rather than later the importance of networking, the importance of being surrounded by smart people, the importance of being surrounded by like-minded people, and really finding that connection with people. And that it's that connection with people that you grow and you nurture and you develop into terrific relationships. And I think if you spend a significant amount of time in doing that, again, that furthers your career, that helps you overcome the initial hurdles of, being a newbie to any company or any community that you first become a part of. So there's a lot of things that I think you can do, and there are a lot of challenges that can be overcome, but with commitment and the right support team, it's certainly achievable. As the hiring partner of our hiring committee at Olshan, there are a number of things that I do look for. First and foremost, you have to do really well in school. That's a given. But I'm also looking for a resume that tells a story, a resume that shows that you've done something different with your life, a resume that shows that you've perhaps had a previous career, a resume that shows really, are you going to be the type of person that I feel I will be able to develop a relationship with, someone who I will feel can bring and add value to our core business. And then it's also someone who's got excellent communication skills, excellent writing skills, someone who I'd be happy and willing to put in front of a client, because one of the things that I do here and that we do as a firm is we put our associates in front of clients very early on. So if you're the type of person that I know could show the type of respect I think a client wants to see, but at the same time be very down to earth and someone who's very comfortable with who they are and someone that the client would be comfortable with, are the things that are important. And someone who's hardworking. The most important thing that you could show to me and prove to me is that you will work as hard as you can and you are committed to making this job as successful as possible. I cannot stress or overstress the value of networking and developing a professional network and nurturing that network. Now, I know for many people, especially young women who are just starting out, they hear networking a lot, but they don't really fully appreciate and understand what that means. For me, it's always meant putting yourself out there, trying to associate yourself with people that you think you could learn from and grow from, and also being a part of or becoming a part of a community. And there are different ways that someone could go about doing that. For me, very early on in my career, I realized that there would be an opportunity for me to network with other women. Starting out in my career, my mentors were men, and although they were fantastic mentors, it would have been nice for me to have had someone who had similar experiences as I had, or similar issues that I was facing with to talk to, and someone who could understand where I was coming from. So I ended up going to and attending a few networking events hosted by networking organizations that were meaningful to me, and they were related to women in real estate and pretty senior level women in real estate. And I think as someone who is just starting out, whether it's going online and becoming part of a professional networking site, whether it's like a bSMART or LinkedIn, or looking at your college and seeing what types of organizations the people who've attended your college are part of or creating. Make an effort to do a little bit of research, spend a little bit of time, and pick one or two organizations that you think might be useful to you. And just get involved. Start attending events, start getting online, start talking to people, whether you're here in New York or any other part of the country. There's so many ways, especially with technology today, that you could connect with people. Start making those connections, planting seeds, and those seeds take time, and I promise you that if you nurture those seeds and you water those seeds and you spend a lot of time and getting to know the people that you meet and figuring out ways how you could help them and perhaps how they could help you, it will manifest itself into something that is so rewarding both on a professional level and personal level. I've always been pretty disciplined about networking, and I'll be honest with you, it was very hard in the beginning. It was hard being the first person to walk into a room alone and not knowing anyone. But I understood the importance of it, and I forced myself, and I hated it. I really did in the beginning. I absolutely hated it, and I could appreciate if you're young and you're in your 20s and you're walking into a room and you don't know anyone, how difficult it is to be able to walk over to someone, introduce yourself, and just start having a dialogue. I appreciate it because I know how hard it was. There's some people where it comes naturally to them. I'm not one of those people. It took a lot of time and effort and work on my part, but I feel I'm at a point now, after many years, where I'm comfortable with it. It's still not second nature to me, but I'm certainly comfortable with it, where I can walk into a room now, and now I do know a lot of people who are attending these events, and that's only because of the network that I've built, the relationships that I've built, and the relationships that I've nurtured over the years. It's also very important, it was very important for me to try to bring the women attorneys at Olshan together as a group to try to network. It's great for me to be out there on my own networking and trying to meet people, but I thought, why not bring together the really talented attorneys that we have here who happen to be women, and as a group develop a platform for us to network and get our names out there with other very successful women, whether it's in real estate or in finance or in fashion and design, whatever it might be. We've created some amazing opportunities for the women at Olshan to really get our name out there, to meet terrific people out there, and really get in front of the decision makers who also happen to be women.